Donald Trump was in attendance at Yankee Stadium on 9/11, and after the death of loyalist Charlie Kirk, some viewers noted he did not look distraught. Take that as you will. Nonetheless, on 9/11, the Yankees invited the president.
We're going to win. I'll tell you what, George Steinbrenner was a great friend of mine. The whole family. It's a great family, and Randy is wonderful, and I will say you're going to win. George used to coach. For some reason, I don't know what it was, we won every time I came. Randy, is that right? Every time we came, we'd win a game, and he'd call me. He was, you think that was easy sitting with him for a game? It wasn't. It was brutal. You were exhausted at the end, but he won. And you're going to win. You're going to go all the way. And you'll get in the playoff, and I think you're going to do, I think we'll start off. How about tonight? We'll start from tonight on. And you're going to do well. Randy was telling me the Boston Red Sox came to the Oval Office. They wanted to come. So I said, what am I going to do? Say no? And they won 15 games in a row.
That was bad news. Bad news. We're changing the luck here right now, Mr.
We're going to change it right now. So I just want to wish you guys a lot of luck. You're great players. I know every one of you. Let me shake hands around here. Come on. Shake their hands. Shake their hands. Thanks.
But we should remember.
Did you have any damage, or did you know what's happened down there?
Well, it was an amazing phone call I made. 40 Wall Street actually was the second tallest building in downtown Manhattan, and it was actually, before the World Trade Center, was the tallest. And then when they built the World Trade Center, it became known as the second tallest, and now it's the tallest. And I just spoke to my people, and they said it's the most unbelievable sight.
What's important is this. Alan Marcus, a spokesman, lobbyist, and consultant for Trump throughout the 90s, dialed him up, and that's when Trump gave the answer he did, which stunned us at the time, said Brenda Blackman, the co-anchor of the coverage. Any reaction I had, she tells the Washington Post, in the midst of everything that was happening was, wow, that's insensitive. It just was. Marcus would say, I didn't like his line about having the biggest building in downtown, but that's just how he talked. By Donald's standards, he was probably very good. He was trying to behave. It is, to bring it full circle, the catastrophic events that took place and how Donald Trump approached the entire thing.
Look, when somebody attacks me like Jeb at one of the debates, and I was very nice to him at the Ronald Reagan. I didn't say it. I didn't want to say it. But he talked about the tremendous safety. Well, excuse me, the World Trade Center came down during the, reign of George Bush, right? I mean, it came down. So during the Ronald Reagan, if you remember the library debate, he mentioned about how we were safe. We weren't safe. That was the greatest attack in the history of the United States, worse than Pearl Harbor because it was individuals. We were attacked as individuals as opposed to the military. The greatest single attack. So when he's saying, and I'm standing up there, I'm saying, do I want to embarrass him by saying this? But because I'm a nice person, I didn't do it. But then when he used it another time, I had to say, I'm sorry, but we weren't safe. The World Trade Center came down, which was the greatest attack in history on this country. So you had that.
He would blame George W. Bush and Bill Clinton for. It's not true. He would say on television, there were people that were cheering on the other side of Jersey, where you have large Arab populations, so clearly playing up the Islamophobia. They were cheering as the World Trade Center came down. I know it might not be politically correct for you to talk about, but there were people cheering as those buildings came down. And that tells you something. It was well covered at the time, George Stephanopoulos. Now, I know they don't like to talk about it, and he goes on and on and on, and then Stephanopoulos would fact check him saying, yeah, that never happened. The police says it never happened. It never happened. The Post would write, Trump says that he saw this with his own eyes on TV, and it was well covered. But an extensive examination of news clips from that period turns up nothing, because of course it does. There were some reports of celebrations overseas, nothing that the Post found involving Arab populations of Jersey, except for unconfirmed, I need to emphasize this, unconfirmed reports. Some conspiracy sites and a commentator named Debbie Schlussel, who is highly critical of Muslim people, made a reference to an MTV broadcast of protests and riots in the state of New Jersey, but the claim was never authenticated. As the New York Star Ledger put it in an article, rumors of rooftop celebrations of the attack by Muslims here proved unfounded, because of course they did. More, Trump claimed he saw people jumping from the towers. It was a claim he did not make during that interview, though he did say he could see the World Trade Center. That's about 4 miles away from where he was. I mean, if you say so. Jeff Pearlman, who is a sports writer, he has been in the media for a long time. He covered 9/11 as a writer in New York, and here is what he said after seeing Trump invited by the Yankees.
In the aftermath of 9/11, Donald Trump lied about donating $10,000 to the 9/11 fund, lied about sending 100, quote, of my men to Ground Zero to help with the recovery, lied about seeing Muslims celebrating as the towers fell above a building in Jersey City, and lied and has continued to lie about being a responder and going down and helping with the recovery. And to see him in the Yankee clubhouse yesterday, to see the Yankees, the team that brought George W. Bush to throw out the first pitch, the team that helped New York not recover, but at least have an emotional something outlet with their World Series run that year, to see them letting this con man, this 9/11 fraud, this guy who lied and lied and lied and lied and lied about his role in the aftermath, just lied about it for personal gain. I don't understand how this happens. I don't understand how this swindle continues to happen. Like, not in New York. We're savvier than that. We're smarter than that. We've been around. We know what this guy is and has been. We know what he did about 9/11. Everyone knows it. And to just allow this illusion to continue, and to allow this grifter to continue to build his legacy off of 9/11, which he just bowled through over and over and over again. You want to see the video of Donald Trump lying or bragging about having the tallest building now that the towers fell? Go on YouTube. It's right there. You want to see him lying about being a responder? Go on YouTube. It's there. It's all right there. And this grifter continues to lie off it. And I honestly was sleeping. Someone sent me a photo of him with the Yankees, posing with the Yankees with that stupid thumbs up. The other thing is, like, so many guys on that team are Latinos who, if they weren't baseball players, he'd want to deport immediately. Like, it's so, everything about it is a gross carnival mirror reflection of what America is supposed to be versus what America is. I get it if this is some team in the Midwest and they don't know any better, but this is New York and this is the Yankees. And to fall for this con man, this grifter, again, on 9/11 of all days, I can't. I had to share that. I'm sorry. Thank you.